British rom-com, RYE Lane. Directed by Rain Allen Miller in her feature directorial debut and starring one David Johnson and Vivian Opara. In Vincent's selection for tonight's stop on the mission, streaming live from Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace, to all points north, south, east, and west, including YouTube, where each and every one of you are out there watching us in the chat. Hello, missionary.
Good evening, one and all.
Hey, Vincent, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. Maintaining.
You're maintaining?
And yourself?
I have no complaints.
Excellent. Always good to hear.
Whatsoever.
Always good to hear.
Before we kick into the show and hear from the missionaries, Netflix has been blowing up recently. They have been dropping jewels.
Yeah.
Streaming platform. We don't like to give free plugs, but
no.
Got to call it what it is. They're hitting it out the park. Frankenstein recently premiered on Netflix.
Yes.
After a brief run in the theaters.
Yes.
And we're actually going to be talking about that on the Binge Lounge for our Patreon subscribers.
Absolutely. It's going to get gothic.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that. But another thing that dropped on the on Netflix recently was the Eddie Murphy documentary.
Yes.
Did you see the Eddie Murphy?
Of course.
Netflix documentary?
Of course. You know, I'm unapologetically an Eddie Murphy super fan, so I absolutely did. And you?
I did. The documentary is called Being Eddie. It premiered on Netflix on November 12th, where Eddie Murphy, in his own words, reflects on his career, his childhood, and his return to comedy after a long break. And the film, you know, to read the description of it, it promises like a behind-the-scenes look at the world of Eddie Murphy.
Sure.
And it does to a degree, because you go into his home.
Yeah.
You see his home. You see his family. You're not really introduced to them. But you see them. But for the most part, outside of a few talking heads, some of his comedian contemporaries like Jamie Foxx, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and a few other people that he's worked with. John Landis is in there. A few other people that signed him on for Saturday Night Live. But the main voice that you hear in this documentary is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Talking about him the phenomenon that it is to be Eddie Murphy, this man who became a star at the age of 19.
Yes, he did.
Just had the charisma.
Yes,
First
he did.
of all, told himself at the age of 13 that I am going to be a star.
Yeah.
And by the age of 16, he was a regular on Saturday Night Live.
19.
Yeah. At the age of 19, he's a regular on Saturday Night Live after cutting his teeth in the comedy clubs for maybe a year.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
And then he's on Saturday Night Live. And then within 2 years, he's on movie screens.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. It's been a skyrocket.
So what do you think of Being Eddie?
I mean, I liked it. I do think, I feel like the word documentary is doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
When we talk about what this is, I think it was really more of a celebration of Eddie Murphy's phenomenon. And even when we talk about celebration, it wasn't a particularly insightful one. Like, you talked about the talking heads, but it's funny, you and I were just talking about this. There's really only one critical voice. Like, Elvis Mitchell is the only critic.
Yeah.
The rest of it, the talking heads are comedians. You know, as you mentioned, John Landis, who obviously thinks very highly of Eddie Murphy. You know, right. Tracy Ellis Ross is there and speaks on her.
And just to point it out, John Landis is actually the director of Trading Places.
Of Trading Places. But it really, and Coming to America.
Oh, that's right, too.
Yeah. But it really is person after person after person talking about how much Eddie Murphy has meant to them and how much he's influenced them and so on and so forth. And to be clear, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Like, I think Eddie Murphy has earned this. But I do think if you're going into this looking for something particularly, again, insightful, if you're going into this looking for an almost Ken Burns dissection of the subject. Certainly if you want to talk about, I mean, Eddie Murphy has been a public figure since he was 19. So there's been controversy throughout his career. None of that.
Not a whiff.
Is touched on at all.
No.
Having said that, again, I think Eddie Murphy is one of the very few public figures that warrants an hour and 45 minutes of people talking about how much he meant, because he did and he does. So, yeah, I enjoyed it very much for what it was.
Yeah, I did too. And you're right. It's not crazy insightful. And if you're somebody that's, especially in doing the thing that we do, you know, reviewing movies, which calls for us to be like reading interviews with the people that are in the movies, and stuff like that. I don't think there's any real new stories that you learn from
Not
there.
really.
I did think that, while not crazy insightful, I did get choked up a little bit when he was talking about his relationship with his brother Charlie Murphy,
Of course.
who is no longer with us. And I also thought, I don't think the average person knows. They know of him being 19, Saturday Night Live, and then boom, 48 Hours, and the rest is history. I don't think they know the story before. I don't think they really know the relationship between him and his father.
Okay.
You know, so I thought that might be a little, nugget for some people. But you're right. He is one of the few people that is worthy to be praised for an hour and a half. I would have liked to at least seen some of the controversies coming, not even necessarily controversy, but just his life maybe explored a little bit more, at least touched on.
Well, again, talking about Eddie Murphy as this cultural figure, there were three moments that I thought, okay, there's something here. But you can tell that this documentary wasn't interested
in going there.
There's the infamous joke that David Spade told about Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live, which then led to him having this very public feud with Saturday Night Live, where Eddie Murphy is in a real dry patch, and David Spade says, "Ooh, everyone look at the falling star."
Right.
And you've always heard about Eddie Murphy being hurt about David Spade saying this. But and I've heard him talk about this numerous times. It's not
the first time he talked about it.
This is the first time that I heard Eddie Murphy articulate that while David Spade was the point of the spear, a joke on Saturday Night Live has to go through layers of filters before someone says, we can say this on the air. So Eddie Murphy articulated that this was Saturday Night Live as an entity.
Right.
Actually talking about
and that's
this
who
joke.
He actually was upset.
And I thought that was really, really insightful. The other thing, and again, Eddie Murphy has touched on this very lightly. I think there's a wonderful interview in Playboy from like 25 years ago where he talks about this. And even more recently, when he would talk about he and Rick James' relationship. And the fact that there was
producer of Party All the Time.
And of being Rick James.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy talks about there was a moment where he and Rick James were really the only big black public figures.
Yeah, there was that moment.
And so all of that kind of racial animus that's always in the air was aimed towards them. And there's a moment where they show him on Johnny Carson and he's still really young.
Oh yeah.
And Johnny Carson is being really, I'm not going to say consciously racist, but really racist.
Yeah.
Talking about, you're a young man, you made all this money.
Be careful with your money.
Will you be careful what you're going to do with your money? All this money, and you're a young man. And Eddie Murphy, being Eddie Murphy, picks it up and makes a joke about Amos and Andy. Oh, Amos, what's I was going to do and buy this coat?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this is Eddie Murphy kind of alluding to how he operated in this moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't get like
you wondered after that clip.
You're right.
You
want to come back to Eddie Murphy and have Eddie Murphy talk about being this young, successful black man in 1983.
In that moment, even if he's just talking about the clip itself, what was his read on it?
And then I think the thing that really touched me, like you talk about the Charlie Murphy thing, which was affecting. I've never heard Eddie Murphy talk about, again, this moment in black celebrity, where he's really part of this foursome, where it's him, Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Like, this level of black celebrity does not exist.
And they're on all fronts.
It's just those four. And of the four of them, he's the only one still alive.
Yep.
And of the three that are dead, two of them arguably were eaten by the machine. We can talk about Prince and what happened with Prince, but Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston are absolutely cautionary tales. And for Eddie Murphy to kind of know this, and he's still here, I was like, wow.
And he's still here, and you look at him, he's well. He's of sound mind. Look, physically, looks great. Yeah.
Look. Eddie Murphy talking about, why does Eddie Murphy leave the house?
Well, I wouldn't.
That's exactly, but you get it. So,
yeah. But the one thing, and I feel you on all of those points, would have loved more. Like, let's explore this more. Let's go deeper here, right? But the other thing is, he doesn't touch on his controversies really at all.
At all.
And he doesn't really mention his family. Like, I think he maybe name drops a couple of the kids just in anecdotally, but for the most part, he doesn't really. They're not really.
No.
There. And his wife, his current wife, is only in one scene.
Yeah.
And he does name check her a couple of times.
Right.
But you do see them.
Yes.
And I would have liked to have a moment where, he doesn't really even talk about what family means to him.
Right.
Really that much.
I think he's really protective.
And I understand.
Like, I think he's really, like, it's funny you talking about the Charlie Murphy. I do wonder how much Eddie Murphy would have talked about his relationship with Charlie Murphy if Charlie hadn't become a public figure himself.
That's a good point. But you're right. He does seem guarded to a degree, but they're on camera. Right. See, like, I hear you, but they're on camera. And there's a scene where you're like, the camera is sweeping around the room,
and
seeing
you see
all of them.
Yeah.
But there's not even, okay, if we're not going to be introduced to them.
Right.
If you're not going to have their names popping up, okay, fine.
Right. Or maybe they didn't want to do it.
Which is fine too. Yeah. But what does this scene mean to you? What does them being in this room mean to you?
Right.
Some type of exploration of that I would have liked. It's not there. I don't think it is the greatest loss, but it's the one thing that I was kind of like hoping for.
I did have one question, speaking of his kids, because one of them is married and now they're in-laws.
Martin Lawrence.
Where was Martin Lawrence?
Well, one, we don't know when this was filmed. This could have been made before.
Before what? Martin Lawrence was on the moon?
Before the marriage.
I mean, even before the marriage, they'd been in 2 movies together.
Okay, but there's not, okay. Well, okay. I guess you're saying is Martin Lawrence is like one of his, like the talking heads.
Right.
In there. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I thought it was striking that he wasn't there.
I guess. I mean, they did. You're talking about the two movies, but they've really only done one movie where they were like really side by side.
Okay, Martin Lawrence was, I mean, damn near a co-star of Boomerang.
I guess. No. I hear you. I didn't miss Martin Lawrence.
I noticed his absence.
I did not notice his absence. Yeah. I tell you what I did notice. I know I want me a Bill Cosby and a Richard Pryor.
That was another moment that I thought. That's another moment. Like it was like we talk about it like he's been famous since he's 19 and he's Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow, he's really sort of together for somebody. But then when he brought them puppets out, I was like, oh, he's on some weirdo rich guy shit. He just keeps it low. You know, that's my favorite thing. That's my absolute favorite thing in the world. Like these uber rich, uber celebrity, uber whatever, and they try and pretend that they're normal, but every now and then the mask slips.
Well, you know what?
And that's my favorite thing ever.
I honestly don't think that's what it is with that. What I actually think it is that, because he kind of touches on it. He is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
But before he's a comedian, he touches on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's an artist.
Yes.
Because, you know, he can sing.
Mm-hmm.
He can play instruments.
Sure.
He is a good actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a comedian.
Also a ventriloquist.
You know what? Look, I honestly think because you know he's flirted so much with the idea of returning to the stage as a comedian. He's trying to find
his space.
Now, I don't think he's going to do it, but I think
like an evening with Eddie and friends,
right?
An evening with Eddie and friends,
and I'm sitting there.
Because dog. You're talking about the puppet of Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. Old girl.
Then he brings out
who was a side singer with Rick James that he's been friends with. And he says, yeah, your puppet's in the back. And I was like, oh, he's making a joke.
Because damn it.
So then I was thinking, does Eddie Murphy have a puppet of everyone he knows?
Eddie Murphy.
Is there a room with like 13 puppets of his kids?
He's got Eddie's Playhouse. Right. He's got Eddie's Playhouse.
How many puppets does Eddie Murphy have?
I keep Arsenio in the bed.
Like, why do you have a puppet of this woman?
I honestly think he was planning. This was going to be.
This going to be his.
Now, somebody got to him. They locked the door. And they said,
do you know how much money I would pay to go see an evening with Eddie Murphy and friends?
I would be there. I don't,
like, I'm making jokes.
If it was in Dubai, I'd be there tomorrow. I would be, because those puppets look good, man.
Look, him sitting between the Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. And then he pulled out the Paul Mooney puppet. I said, yeah, Eddie been rich and famous a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he been rich and famous longer than not. Oprah Winfrey was on, I think Trevor Noah was talking about saving money, and because she was spending too much money buying avocados and stuff, like, or guacamole. So she bought an avocado farm, and now she sources her own avocados, and it's a wonderful clip. And Trevor Noah is like, wait, you bought a farm? And she's like, yeah, so now I grow my own avocados and I do this. And I don't know if she
really picked it.
Understood.
Like, it didn't even
Understood. Dude, it's my favorite thing on earth. Super rich people who are just completely detached from objective reality. Like, you just don't know how any of this works anymore. You see those clips of Michael Jackson, he would go and just point at things.
Right.
You know, I want this and I want this and that.
He wouldn't even say want. He would
just sort of point. It's like, wow, that is amazing.
I know. I want that life.
I mean, I guess.
At least I want that day. I don't know if I want that life,
Right.
but that you know you want that day.
No, I strive to be black famous. Like, I want to still be able to go places and do things.
Yeah, but you want true, you want to be black famous, but you also...
That's not black famous. That's famous.
No. What I'm talking about is that day to just be able to go places and then just point and yes, make it so.
Oh, yeah. Sure, right, like you said, one day.
Yeah.
One day, but I won't be able to just sort of...
Oh, no.
I
just want the money.
Right, I want all the money.
I don't need the fame.
But I need to be able to go and, like, get a burrito. If I feel like I want to eat a burrito. Not have to have bodyguards and things.
Right. All right.
Well,
that's our mini review of Being Eddie.
Being Eddie.
Available on Netflix. Now let's hear from you, or your emails, as we like to call them.
Missives from the Missionaries. So what else is going on, Lynn?
We have emails, Vincent.
Ooh, missives from the missionaries. Ooh. Missives from the missionaries.
Missives from the Missionaries. Vincent?
Yes, sir.
We have an email from Corey Nicole.
Hey, what's up, Corey?
Hi, and greetings to all. After rewatching Medicine for Melancholy to prep for listening to the Reduce updated episode that recently dropped, I decided to rewatch one of my all-time favorite movies, Before Sunrise, starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. I can argue that with you two reviewing both Medicine for Melancholy and Rye Lane, I can see inklings of Before Sunrise, especially in Medicine for Melancholy. Before Sunrise is one of those rom-coms that have inspired other movies, think Past Lives. As Quiet as Kept, the Before trilogy may be the most flawless trilogy to ever be released in American cinema.
Okay.
The Before trilogy, specifically Before Sunrise, is a classic love story that will stick with you for ages. All the best, Corey.
I've never actually seen it.
I think I saw Before Sunrise years ago, probably not long after it first came out. And you know the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
And you know the premise of the trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ethan Hawke, Julie Delpy, they meet in Before Sunrise. And it literally is just a walking talk around.
Sure.
And then the two sequels after that pick up years later each time.
So they get together in Before, and then they stay together.
I think they stay together, and I think by the third one, which I believe is After Sunset, is the name of it. I can't remember whether or not they're still together or they have separated, but they've come back together. They meet again.
Okay.
Or something like that. But it's like this exploration of the relationship.
I've heard nothing but good things.
So have I.
About it.
So have I. But I definitely have only seen the first one.
Okay. All right.
But Medicine for Melancholy definitely has.
Well, and people absolutely talk about them together. And then tonight, obviously, we'll fold Rye Lane into
certainly
this tradition.
Thank you, Corey, for your email.
Thank you, Corey.
We have an email from Mo Poplar.
Hey, what's up, Mo?
Hey, missionaries. I've been busy, so I haven't had time to send any of the drafts I've written over the past couple of months. I particularly loved and approved of your review of The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster.
Oh, okay.
It's always nice to get approval from Mo Poplar.
Yeah, especially a Frankenstein expert.
Indeed. But now I need a safe space.
Okay.
I know better than to believe in the Oscars. I've seen the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Delicious to look at. And I've heard a lot of things about the P.T. Anderson film. But I think Sinners is the best picture of the year. You just reviewed Medicine for Melancholy, Barry Jenkins' best film, in my opinion, but its brilliance is still ignored by the canon. How important is it that a film like Sinners gets Academy Award recognition? I feel like daring to hope people do right is dangerous. Your thoughts? First of all, Medicine for Melancholy is a beautiful film. I disagree with you. It is not Barry Jenkins' best film.
Wait, I thought he said Sinners was Ryan Coogler's best film.
No, he said you just reviewed Medicine for Melancholy, Barry Jenkins' best film in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I disagree with that as well.
Yeah. I think we both agree that his best film is probably Moonlight.
Yeah.
But how important is it that a film like Sinners gets Academy Award recognition? I would like to see Sinners be nominated for Academy Award for Best Picture. It's not crazy important for me. I think it is a great story. I think it's a fantastic movie. More importantly, though, I would be, I guess, I would feel better if Ryan Coogler is recognized for his direction and or his writing of Sinners. Do I see any of that coming? I actually see, because you now nominate 10 films for Best Picture, I honestly see Sinners sneaking in as a Best Picture nominee. Probably nowhere near going to win, but I can see it sneaking in as a nominee. But I can see them like snubbing Ryan Coogler and some of the more technical awards that are out there that certainly should be in the running for.
Look, like you said, they've opened up a lot of the categories for nomination. It would not surprise me in the least if things didn't get nominated. Like, it would not surprise me in the least if nothing got nominated. Like you, I think they might throw a bone here or there. But if Sinners wins anything outside of, like, I would not be surprised if you told me Sinners won one Oscar, I would say, was it for music or was it for costumes?
Yeah, giving, because Rufus did that too, right?
Yeah, but I'll give $1 to everybody in the sound of my voice if anything in Sinners wins anything. And, like, I'm well on record as saying that it's not a reflection of Sinners. That is a reflection of the Academy voter.
Yeah, 100%.
I have less than zero confidence for the Academy as a barometer of any black aesthetic at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
I got you.
So,
I got you. All right. Well, thank you, Mo, for the
Thank you,
email.
Mo.
Appreciate you. All right, we have one more email. This is from Michael Lockett.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
Len, Vince, fellow missionaries. Wu-Tang, in this case, is a metaphor for you, too.
All right.
I could not be happier with both movies from this past week. What more could be said about Medicine for Melancholy that hasn't been already? Not much, but I'm still going to laud it some more. This is an outstanding film. The choices made by Barry Jenkins were spot on. The angles, the use of space, the color, the set pieces, all the directorial decisions showed his peers and the viewers that he was working to master his craft. On top of that, I love the play between race and class in the 21st century. I know many people instantly go to Love Jones, but I think this is my favorite romance or rom-com around. The Wayback Machine dropped my happy ass off with you two as you critiqued Buck and the Preacher.
Oh, my goodness. Good
This
choice.
is easily in my top 5 Westerns of all time. Something that Len said I felt with my whole heart was, this movie made me feel good. To see these three riding and shooting was like a chef's kiss lemonade on the hottest day of summer. And those three are Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, and Ruby Dee.
Yeah.
Side query, why did Ruby Dee get the short end of the stick regarding screen time? Side query 2, is this the best pure acting job Belafonte did in his career? I have to find a way to work this into my annual rotation of movies I know I am going to rewatch in the 365-day period. Harry Belafonte is absolutely great in Buck and the Preacher.
He is.
He is. I still give his best performance Uptown Saturday Night.
Yeah.
Because you just can't believe that.
Look, Geechee Dan Buford.
That's Harry Belafonte, but
Geechee Dan Buford.
He is so funny in that movie. I think I have to give the nod to Uptown Saturday Night. Michael continues, I'm not certain whether either of you watches the Bass Reeves show with David Oyelowo, but it's a good show. And it makes me imagine an expanded universe with prequels and sequels that really delve into the post-1865 westward migration of black people a la Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. Black people are more integral to American expansion west than most imagine. Question: is there a time period that one or both of you would love a series of shows showing the actual black experience in all its joy and pain over a century or two? Oh. All the best, Michael.
A century?
Over a century or two. Yeah, that's what he says.
I mean, sure, I'll go 1865 to 1965 if we want to do a whole century.
Okay.
But I actually, back to Bass Reeves, which I have not watched.
Me neither.
But Delroy Lindo as Bass Reeves in The Harder They Fall. Mm-hmm. I wanted them to just do that. Like, this just like.
That could have been a sequel.
Like, it is just a series. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. I've joked. I can't even say joked. I've kind of like had it needling around in my head around the time of when Game of Thrones was like big. Mm-hmm. Right? Wanting there to be like some black, quote unquote, Game of Thrones.
Sure.
And the idea I've had messing around in my head was the idea of the Moors sacking Italy.
Sure.
And there being this series, and it's called A Moor's Son.
Okay.
And it's all about the sacking of Italy.
Sure.
By the Moors.
Sure.
I think there's a story to tell there. Almost like Rome.
Sure.
The TV series Rome.
I always think about Mansa Musa, I think in the 13th century, destabilizing the entire economy of Europe because he controlled half the gold in the world.
Yeah.
And that's how Europe found out
about
what was going on in Africa.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so, but it's like, those, like it's always somebody talking about we gonna make a Hannibal movie, we gonna make a Mansa Musa movie. Like, I've been hearing people talk about that since we were teenagers.
That's very true.
Which was a while ago. So,
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Michael.
Yeah,
Appreciate you for your email.
Michael.
If you want to have your thoughts heard here on the show, feel free. You can email us at micheauxmission@gmail.com. That's micheauxmission@gmail.com. Before we move on with the rest of the show, we want to give a shout out to another black podcast. This is a black podcast shout out to Truth Be Told, Time to Thrive with Tanya Mosley. This podcast is actually produced by a friend of the show, Nicole Hill.
Hey, Nicole.
Of Our Ancestors Were Messy. Truth Be Told, Time to Thrive revisits 9 of Tanya's favorite episodes, exploring crucial topics that resonate deeply with our current times, from challenging societal norms around rest and productivity to addressing the impacts of deportation, racial trauma, and body image. This collection provides a unique perspective on personal growth, social justice, and the pursuit of a more equitable world, inviting listeners to reflect, learn, and ultimately thrive. And if you don't know Tanya, she is a noted podcaster, not only of the long-running Truth Be Told podcast, but you can hear her as a co-host on Fresh Air from WHYY on NPR. And it's just a really thoughtful podcast to listen to. I will sit and listen to it while I'm eating my breakfast sometimes.
Okay.
And Honestly, I just feel smarter because I'm listening to it.
I love that.
And knowing that Nicole is behind it, because I know Nicole is smart. She only deals with smart things, which is why it surprised us that she came on our show. Right. But Tanya has just a great speaking voice and a way of making some heady topics feel very down to earth and accessible. So truth be told, Time to Thrive. Check it out wherever you find podcasts.
Very nice.
All right. And now it is time for the Game of Kings,
where we really tell the truth.
6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin. 6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin, where I give Vincent 6 actors. No, I don't give you 6 actors.
2 actors.
I give you 2 actors. Right. And you have 6 films.
Right. 6 actors, and I only had 2 films. That's like sudden death.
You gotta try that one.
Right.
But not tonight.
Not tonight.
Tonight I'm only going to give you 2 actors, and you have 6 films to connect them to D'Urville Martin.
D'Urville Martin.
All right, Vincent, in keeping it in theme.
Okay.
We're going to be reviewing RYE 2023, a British rom-com.
Yes, we are.
Starring David Johnson and Vivian Opara. So I ask you to connect D'Urville Martin to these 2 Black British actors.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Starting with, in 6 movies or less, connect D'Urville Martin to one of your favorites.
Okay.
Naomie Harris.
Oh, you know I love that Naomie Harris.
I know you do.
Oh, my goodness gracious. How am I going to get to Naomie Harris?
Now, we've done her before, so.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We've done her in 2 movies that I love. Okay. This, oh, my goodness gracious. So this is how we're going to get to Naomie Harris. So, just start. D'Urville Martin is in 5 on the Black Hand Side with Dick Anthony Williams. Dick Anthony Williams is in Mo Better Blues with Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is in Devil in a Blue Dress with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle is in Talk to Me with Taraji P. Henson, who is in Hidden Figures with Mahershala Ali.
Okay, you're running close.
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay,
I'm finishing. I'll let you decide whether or not you want to do Swan Song or Moonlight. With Naomie Harris.
There you go.
Oh, love that Naomie Harris.
I know you do.
Does not work enough at all. She should work more.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's selective.
Yeah. And I couldn't use it because it's a TV show, but that Showtime show from 2 or 3 years ago, it's not even a remake, and technically it's a
adaptation.
It's a sequel to The Man Who Fell to Earth.
That's right. You said it right.
Yeah, The Man Who Fell to Earth with Chiwetel Ejiofor. And Clark Gregg, I think. Clark Gregg isn't. Oh,
I know you loved it big time.
Oh yeah. The great Naomie Harris. All right.
Well done, Vincent.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Okay.
In 6 films or less. Connect Derville Martin to Sophie Okonedo.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like I see her mostly on TV.
She's done a fair amount
BBC,
of TV,
but no.
She's
No. It's funny. I was just talking about Don Cheadle. She's in that sad ass Hotel Rwanda,
which I've not seen.
Oh, it's real sad when
I know
she's real. It's real sad with her in it.
I know.
But speaking of actresses working, and I was so happy for her because it was so befuddling. Let's see how we do this real. I know exactly where I want to go with her.
Not to Hotel Rwanda.
No, not Hotel Rwanda. Not Hotel Rwanda. All right, so all right, let me lock in. Derville Martin is in Sheba Baby with Pam Grier. Mm-hmm. Pam Grier is in Jackie Brown with Chris Tucker. Mm-hmm. Chris Tucker is in Rush Hour with Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Jackie Chan is in The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. Mm-hmm. And then Jaden Smith is in After Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, she plays Will Smith's wife who shows up in flashback.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
and it's like,
I forgot.
Why in the world did you hire her to be in 5 minutes?
I know. Well,
I mean, I guess sometimes you drive the Porsche.
Yeah.
To the Rite Aid.
But sometimes you do things like that. We'll talk about that later in this film.
And I was saying, I hope she made $1 million bazillion for the 5 minutes she was in this Smith family vanity project. That's my. Oh, that's not true because I do like her better in the Batman. But that was my favorite Zoe Kravitz performance for years.
In
After Earth.
Really?
I think she's really good in After Earth.
I'd have to see it again.
You don't.
Okay.
But it was so bizarre.
I wasn't going.
It was like you had these two, like they were the best ones. And, Will Smith is in it for like 10 minutes. And then, he, tricked you. It's actually Jaden's movie. After Earth cracks me up.
Well, Zoe Kravitz, you're saying that's your favorite Zoe Kravitz before Batman.
Before the Batman, yeah.
But she wasn't bad and dope.
I thought it was very much the Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah,
I've decided this week I'm going to act.
Yeah.
So I'm here.
And she's not, she doesn't have a lot to do in the X-Men movie that she's in. Okay, yeah.
Look, it actually surprised me. I actually said we're documented when we reviewed it. I said, "Oh wow, I really like Zoe Kravitz in this."
I don't remember,
but now she's not on it.
I don't remember anything about that review. Nothing. I flushed After Earth out my brain the second after I watched it.
Beautiful set design, absolutely gorgeous set design.
Yeah.
Sophie
Okonedo,
and Zoe Kravitz are good.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith is gruff for some reason.
Yeah.
For the 15 minutes he's in it.
Well, and then he's sidelined.
And it's just poor Jaden's movie. Will Smith threw this 15-year-old boy into this movie. And it's like, well, I guess sometimes, the YMCA in my neighborhood growing up, there's a whole contingent of us that it was a brother there that taught us all to swim.
Okay.
And if you talk to a certain demographic, a certain age, we can tell you we all learned how to swim. And I think the word was he was an old drill sergeant. Mm. So it's like, when you learn how to swim, okay, well here, we're going to show you the strokes. We're going to show you floating your back. But then the test was he actually would lift you over his head
and just
throw you in 8 feet. And
wow.
Yeah. That was his deal. He would lift you up and throw you into 8 feet. And then congratulations, you know how to swim. I always felt like that's what happened to Jaden in After Earth. Will Smith just lifted him up over his head and threw him into 8 feet.
We lived in different times.
Look, man, that's real talk.
When the man down the street could just terrorize kids, just power bombing them into 8 feet of
Look, again,
water.
if you are a Gen X black kid from Woodlawn, Randallstown, or Catonsville, he taught us all how to swim.
Damn it.
Right. Right. Just threw you into 8 feet. You now swim. Again, after lessons, like you would have a series of lessons.
Live.
Right. But the final test was he just threw you into 8 feet. And I feel like that's what Will Smith did to Jaden. Like, how you put this boy in a $100 million movie that you sold with your face?
Swim.
Swim to the other side. You swim to the other side and you look, I can swim.
Now we're going to learn how to swim and dodge bullets.
Right. Look, man.
Firing off.
Look. Like you said.
Fuck where you living?
Look. We all had nice mothers that didn't want us to drown. Like we all come from that generation where none of these people could swim. Then they wanted to make, we had gotten good jobs, went to school, got us a house, and now our children will learn how to swim. So Drill Sergeant, Mr. Man, we deliver you our children this summer so that you can teach them how to swim. And then he lifted you up and threw you into 8 feet. Just threw you into 8 feet. Said swim.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No wonder y'all escaped Baltimore.
My ass can swim now.
You swum your ass out of Baltimore.
Oh, boy.
There's Philly.
Right, this is the safer climes of Philly. Then we can so we did Pride, didn't we? Didn't we review Pride?
Yeah, we did Pride
About the Philly swimming guy. And I know I told you, the dude that Terrence Howard, he yelled at me once. He told me, bring it full circle. I used to swim laps at a local pool around here, and he yelled at me and said I wasn't swimming fast enough. He said, you do better than that. I said, who is this old man yelling at me swimming? Like, what do you mean I can go faster? He said, you do a little better than that.
And then he lifted you up over your head.
He lifted me up over his head.
Threw you on 20 feet.
Threw me 20 feet of water.
Threw you on the Schuylkill.
She sure did. The Pride dude yelled at me. That's a 100% true story. I was swimming laps, and he said I wasn't swimming fast enough.
You swim like a bitch.
Right. Right. Like, come on, man. I feel very judged, right? And he's old. So it's like,
You ain't too old to kick your ass in the water.
Look, I ain't say nothing to him. I picked up my pace a little bit, but I did like my
That's
feelings.
what you did.
Yeah, I picked up my pace.
He kicked a little harder.
Like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah, Baltimore triggers.
Right. That's a true story. That is a true story. The Pride dude yelled at me.
Oh God.
Said I could do a little better than what I was doing. That is a true story.
Out here in your bikini. All right.
So there you go.
There you go. All right. Now let's move.
That's what Will Smith did to Jaden. That is what Will Smith did to Jaden with After Earth. And we said on the review, I felt so bad for Jaden.
I know, he was lost.
Like, dog, can't you start him out with like just a smaller film?
Well, he did start him off because wasn't he Karate Kid?
Is that before After Earth?
Yeah, because
It's got to be before After. Yeah.
So it was Karate Kid.
Yeah. another multi-million-dollar franchise.
But I mean,
next to Jackie Chan.
Well, Jackie Chan obviously was the more endearing father figure.
Right. It's like, ooh, it's tough being a Smith kid.
All right.
All right.
Let's move into our review of RYE Lane.
All right.
RYE Lane, a 2023 British romantic comedy directed by Rain Allen Miller in her feature directorial debut from a screenplay by Nathan Byron and Tom Malaya, set in the South London areas of Peckham and Brixton. The film is titled after the real-life RYE Lane market and stars David Johnson and Vivian O'Para as two strangers who have a chance encounter after having both been through recent breakups and spend the day getting to know each other. This movie, which had its premiere in January of 2023 at the Sundance Film Festival, received critical acclaim with praise for Johnson and O'Para's performances, the film's direction, style, and its originality. And it is the selection for Vincent on this stop on the mission. Vincent, what say you of RYE Lane?
Well, when we were putting this month together, and you and I choose the two movies that we're going to choose separately, and I had this movie together with Medicine for Melancholy, and just similar plots and so on. And I think about them, it's like, as we've been talking about this evening, we talked about all last week. Medicine for Melancholy is sort of a jewel. Mm-hmm. It's regal. It is nuance. It is everything that sort of sets the standard almost for this type of movie, and it is everything that we said it was. But imagine if this sort of beautiful, poised, very well put together, perfect film had a younger sibling. Mm-hmm. Comes from the same stock, so like you can tell they're related. But it's a younger sibling.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more playful. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more mischievous. It's a little messier. Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit more of an attitude, like a younger sibling smack the shit out of the brother-in-law in the elevator if it gets on your nerves, and it's kind of has the room to make a seat at the table and kind of be cool, and this and everybody kind of pretends that they were down with it,
right?
And you go along with them that you were always down.
You're always there.
Always there. But in your heart, you remember when you were listening to Solange and the Soul Angels and nobody else was listening to it. Mm-hmm. And that's what RYE Lane is. Mm-hmm. RYE Lane for me is like the cooler, messier, arguably not as good as Medicine for Melancholy, but you like it a lot. Mm-hmm. And you can tell that you're going to spend a lot of time with it because of this energy, because of this exuberance, because of everything. As you mentioned, the plot is as you said, David Johnson plays Dom, who when the film starts is going to see his ex-girlfriend who cheated on him 3 months prior to the film with his best friend. And this is the first time that they've got together. And he runs into Yaz, played by Vivian O'Para. And the day unfolds from there. Mm-hmm. And they get into various and sundry misadventures, whether it's breaking into Yaz's ex-boyfriend's house, whether it is going and visiting the ex-boyfriend's mothers. Yeah. And their household full of people. They get a burrito. They do karaoke. And they kind of move through this cityscape. Mm-hmm. And the third character is, as you mentioned, RYE Lane. Yeah. Which is the RYE Lane market. It is in Brixton in South London, which is an amazingly multicultural, amazingly heterogeneous, vibrant part of London.
Yeah.
And the film is really a showcase for this place.
For that whole area, yeah.
This whole area. And when you read interviews with the director, Rain Miller says that she wanted this almost heightened reality.
Yep.
That you get with this. And there is an exuberance, there is an energy, there is a humor and wit that runs through this film that I find myself smiling almost from the very beginning to the very end, just sort of smiling and chuckling in everything about it. Performances, I have to say, David Johnson is having a bit of a moment because he's in The Long Walk, and he's really, in a lot of ways, the breakout performance from A Long Walk. And, you know, he's done some TV work, and everyone's talking about him. And you can see here that he has the chops. He is sad sack in a way that's not pitiful. He can be charming. You don't get a lot of him smiling, but when he does smile,
it's a smile.
It's like the sun's coming out, and you didn't even realize that you missed the sun. He can be romantic. Everything that you want with him, and then you know, in a lot of ways, the center is his relationship with Yas, played by Vivian Oprea. And I have to say, as much as I love David Johnson, Vivian Oprea was everything to me. I absolutely loved her. She is funny, both verbally. She does physical comedy. She is unapologetically Black. She is brown. She has just an explosion of twist and curl. Her mouth is huge. Her nose is huge. And I have to say, very rarely do you see a woman with unapologetically Negroid features framed as beautiful as this character is. And the little side note that I made, and we've talked about this on and off over the years, she is shot the way Whoopi Goldberg should have been shot all through the 80s. And the two of them together were wonderful. You just really love this couple. You just really love what they were going through. Miller's direction, again, it is exuberant. It is playful. It is energetic. There's not a fancy shot that she's afraid of. Like, there are Dutch angles. The film opens with this sweeping overhead shot of bathroom stalls where you see person after person. She is playful. The set design, the colors of the costuming, everything is just a burst of color throughout this film, where, as Miller said, you get this sense of a heightened reality, but you also get the sense that this is a celebration of the colors of life. The colors of life, and both literally the colors of life, but again, this Brixton area where you have, you know, Black people, white people, Asian people, Indian people, everybody, and everybody is, so it's just this vibrant urban landscape. There's a moment where they go to see Yaz's ex-boyfriend's family, who are, you know, of Jamaican heritage. And, you know, I have to say, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Jamaican families. Like, I know some Jamaicans, I know some Jamaican Americans, but as far as spending a lot of time with the families, I don't have any experience. But as someone who does not have experience, but feels like you can recognize something real, so lived in.
Spot on. It was spot on.
So lived in.
Spot on.
The details.
Yep.
The body language.
The Ray and nephew.
All of it. Mm-hmm. Just spot on. Again, I do think there is a messiness to it. Again, I think Miller very much arguably seems like a first-time director that has like this crayon box filled with brand new crayons, mm-hmm. and she's kind of using all of them. Mm-hmm. 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 And I think that there is a criticism that maybe it's too much. Just trying to look, it's a big swing, but I loved every moment of it. I loved every swing. I loved the choices, and the story. You can predict where the story is going within maybe 15, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like, every single beat. But it's not about the plot.
Yeah.
It's about how it unfolds.
Mm-hmm. It's the journey.
It's the journey. And by the time this film ended, I did again. I think this is sort of this witty, fun, exuberant puff mm-hmm. of just color.
Yeah.
That I've absolutely loved from the moment that I saw it the first time.
Yeah. First, I want to give a shout out to our good friend Tanya Pendleton, because she is the first person that told us about this movie.
Yeah.
She saw this movie sometime probably over a year ago, mm-hmm. and she's like, "Oh, y'all got to see RYE Lane. Y'all got to review RYE Lane." And we're like, "Yeah, we're going to check it out." You had heard great things. So shout out to Tanya. I remember you. I remember you clapping for this film. The idea that Ray Miller has about making this, this heightened reality in this film is so spot on. In you talk about the colors and how much they pop, and they give that sense of this heightened reality a little bit. And even when the camera sometimes will linger on some of the characters of mm-hmm. the RYE Lane market area, nothing to do with plot, but it's just a little bit of whimsy going by, somebody with an umbrella, a kid on a skateboard, or whatever, just a touch of like, where are we, right? But I love that because that harkened back for me to some of the British films of the late 60s and 70s that always had just a little bit of an arch to them, mm-hmm. So I always like that. I also felt that in her, in her quiver, as you mentioned, of like shots that she wants to do, she does this split dioptic shot where the foreground and the background are both in focus at the same time, which is very hard to do, but she does it a couple of times in this film. I thought I love that because it added this sense of the fly on the wall mm-hmm. to these proceedings, which is what you kind of like feel like. You kind of like feel like you're eavesdropping on these two getting to know one another. So I enjoyed that. And I also, the other little storytelling element that I loved, as they were each relating their stories to one another, it would cut into the dramatization of a story yes. with them inside the story, narrating the story to the other one inside the story in playful different ways. And I said, that is so inventive. That is so smart. And in many ways, when you're trying to tell a story to somebody, mm-hmm. you're trying to make that happen.
Right.
You're trying to bring them into the story so they can see what you're seeing. So her dramatizing that, I absolutely love that part of this film. The acting, the performances are fantastic. David Johnson actually reminded me of the first time that we saw, and I'm not saying we, I'm saying the world, saw Lakeith Stanfield on screen. And you felt, that guy's got something.
Right.
And I think he could do anything.
Yeah.
And that's what David Johnson is. He wears that sad sack, but like you said, when he smiles, it lights up the world. And even when he has to stand up for himself a little bit, doesn't stand up for himself a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
But even when he has to stand up for himself, he is, he's got it. He has a little bit of gravitas to him. There's one scene near the end of the film where you can see that he doesn't have his shirt on. He was like, it ain't like he's not cut,
Right.
But he's just how he wears his life. I love that you walk with them through this day, and you're right, they go through all these misadventures of getting to know one another. But then there comes a moment where they part, and then you see the passage of time before they come back together.
Yeah.
And I loved just the storytelling of that, right? So it was quick, like it was really the one montage of the movie, but it was quick montage and it was still added to the storytelling. And I absolutely loved at the end where there is a grand gesture that is called for.
Yes.
And the grand gesture is a callback to something way in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
That has never been touched on before.
Right.
And the second it happens at the end, you instantly remember it.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but when I saw that, I said, God damn it, y'all stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing.
Y'all stuck the hell out of this landing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the only thing that made that one up that moment through that whole movie, and you're talking about Vivian O'Para, excuse me, who is a bundle of energy in this movie, right? All hiding deep insecurity.
Yeah.
And you feel it through the movie. You're waiting for the mask to drop.
Sure.
And when the mask drop, it's heartfelt. It really, it's like, wow. Okay, shit. It hits you, right? But then after the grand gesture, they come together. And in that one moment, as they come back together now after, the great day together and time has passed, weeks have passed, seemingly. They come back together and they standing before one another. And at that moment is when Vivian O'Para, Yaz, is actually herself. She's not putting on any airs or anything like that. And this is really Dom's first time seeing her for as she is.
Right.
And she knows it. And how you know she knows it is that while she's standing there waiting for him to walk up to her, she's standing on the sides of her feet.
Yeah.
Because she's nervous.
Yeah.
She's nervous in that moment for about what's about to happen. I can't believe this. It almost got me again because, man, that was magical.
Yeah.
That was a magical piece of acting. It made that moment just seem that much more real. And I know Michael Lockett in his email said how much we cape for Love Jones, and he cape for Medicine for Melancholy. You cape for Medicine for Melancholy, and I cape for Medicine for Melancholy, and I cape for Love Jones. But I'm going to tell you right now, right here, this is my favorite rom-com of all time.
Wow.
I watched this movie, and dude, I was in my feels so much in this movie. One, because I recognize the romanticism silliness as well as the search for real that whole day together represented for both of them. And if you're ever somebody that is like, quote unquote, looking for love, that's the type of shit you're looking for. You're looking for someone that can match your silly, because we all got a silly. It may not be as silly as the other person, but we all got a silly.
Right.
You're looking for somebody who can match your silly, appreciate your silly, but who also wants the real and can accept your real, doesn't throw shade on it, help you deal with it, and is open and willing to open themselves up to you. And hopefully you can find a connection and you can find a home within one another. And that's what you see these two doing throughout this entire movie, throughout this magical script. And the reason why they're able to bring each other into their stories is because of how much they are connecting in this movie. Now, yes, did I have to turn on subtitles so I could appreciate it all? I did. Did I watch 10 minutes and say, I've got to rewind?
It's the chewing gum strategy. It's the chewing gum strategy. I'm pretty sure Michaela Cole is a genius. I just don't know what she's saying.
Exactly. So, yes, I did have to. But once the subtitle was on, I'm there.
It's my third time watching it, so I watched it. I went in, I said, I actually turned them off.
Okay, well, you had it already written out. Right. You had Cliff Notes.
Right.
I didn't have Cliff Notes.
Right.
But yeah, I just got to tell you, man, I absolutely, I don't think that the direction made a false move. I don't think the acting made a false move. When he goes to that party, and it is so spot on Jamaican, all the way down to the quote unquote uncle singing fucking Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Look, man.
I was like, oh my God.
I actually, the first time I watched it, I kind of looked over my shoulder. The fact that there are two set pieces, one around Low End Theory and then one around Terrence Trent D'Arby, I was like, did she make this movie just for me?
Right. How about that? How about that?
Because when her ex-boyfriend, she shows him the copy of Low End Theory, and the boyfriend is like, oh, what is this rubbish? And then it cuts to Dev going, oh my God. I actually went, oh my God, at the same time.
I did think of you.
It was like, what?
I did think of you. Especially when she was like, no, I want to go back and get my copy of
Low End Theory. That's right. Go and get a new copy.
But then, and she meant that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how you knew that their connection was real, because what did she do with it?
What did she do with it?
She threw it in the trash.
Yeah, because now it's, Yeah.
But
then she went and got another one.
Okay,
because now it's going to do it. But she's starting a new memory.
That's
right. Yeah. And the roulette on the phone that lands on Terrence Trent D'Arby.
When he said we're going to hit shuffle, I was like, oh boy.
This
does not end well.
Can I say, though, that I think the great character find of 2023 was, because I'm going to pull his name, he's surprisingly deep in the credits when you look.
Oh, Colin Firth?
No, is it Jules? Jules is her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, Eric.
The
boyfriend?
The boyfriend, Eric.
The best friend, Eric.
The best friend, Eric.
Yeah.
I wanted a whole spinoff of Eric and his ex-girl, Gia, and them being frustrated because Eric is dumb as a bag of rocks.
He is dumb as a bag of...
And he just likes him to keep bringing the meat. Mm-hmm. And he had to turn over the green. And no, you get the lamb too. and then just put it on my plate.
But but question about that though. So Dom's ex cheats on him with his best friend Eric.
Yes.
And then they start a relationship.
Yes.
And apparently a fairly serious relationship because they go away on vacation.
Sure.
And they're still together.
Still together at the next gallery show, yeah.
And when you see in the montage at the end of the movie when Dom moves out of his parents' house.
Yes.
Eric is driving the truck for him.
How can you be mad at Eric?
Well, but that's my question.
Yeah.
That's my question. Are you, Vincent, still best friends?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. Eric probably has a suspicious accident 6 years, 2 weeks, and 9 days after I find out. Like some real randomy number. Like the problem is everybody wants to be a Batman villain. And he dies on my birthday. And then the detectives are like, I think you should check. But like 6 years, 2 months, and a week later, he just has a mysterious food poisoning accident. That's how you do it.
Okay. All right.
But he's a big, dumb golden retriever. Which is why she cheated, because she actually says it in there, like she was scared of commitment. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's just a big.
I was just curious about them still being best friends.
Oh no! You got to kill him.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you got to kill Eric.
But okay.
Yeah, vendetta. But Dom don't really have that kind of energy though.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's not who Dom is.
No, he doesn't. Because to be fair, he lets Yaz's boyfriend smack him in the face.
He does.
Now, dog, that ain't...
In Yaz's boyfriend's defense, this was a stranger who had broken into my house.
Okay.
So
what, you get one free smack?
I mean, I guess. I think if you break into somebody's house, you get what you get. Let's be clear. It's a lot of young people making decisions in this.
That's true.
They
are paying in their
right,
mid-20s.
Again, now I'm back to medicine from melancholy. Look at the young people being young. Silly young people.
Very true. And I did mention Colin Firth.
Yeah.
The great Colin Firth, who just shows up randomly as a tortilla chef.
Oh, he's at Guactually Yours.
Right, Guactually Yours.
Yeah.
Now, I read here...
Or Love Guactually.
Love Guactually, which is a reference to Love Actually,
right.
I think it's a film that he was
in.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it references. Like, you talk about Sophia Okonedo, like what did Colin Firth just like on a first name basis with Rain Allen Miller?
I just assumed he was charmed like everybody else by this film.
He was just in RYE Lane at the day of filming.
Right.
And he's like, we've got $100. Can you just play this?
Right.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't eat pork, but I was intrigued by that spicy pork burrito that they got.
You were?
I was intrigued.
I wasn't. I'm not a big burrito guy.
Not a big burrito guy?
No, not really. But I wasn't intrigued at all.
I'm not even gonna bite. How do you not like burritos?
I didn't say I don't like them. I'm just not a big burrito guy. So it didn't like.
You never have a taste for a burrito?
Do I ever have a taste for a burrito?
Like I want a burrito?
No.
Not a burrito.
Like if I go someplace and they have a burrito, I'll have a burrito. But I never like.
Ooh, I want a burrito.
Right now.
I want a burrito.
No.
I'm legitimately scared to ask. Do you like tacos?
I like them. I don't ever have a taste for a taco. No. Like if I have a taste for anything, it usually is Thai food.
Never beating the allegations.
What? Go on. I like Thai food. If I have a taste for anything, it's Thai food or Italian food.
Right.
Or soul food.
Or soul food, but you never just...
I never have I could go for a taco today. No.
So it's Thai Tuesday for you. It's never Taco Tuesday.
It can be Thai Monday through Sunday. I love Thai food.
Love Thai food.
I love
which is delicious.
Yes, it is.
But you never have a taste for tacos.
Nah, I've never had the taste
for tacos or burritos.
But it doesn't mean that I don't like them.
No, I didn't say you made that very clear.
All right.
You're not saying you dislike them.
Right.
Who doesn't like tacos? I mean, who doesn't have a taste for tacos?
I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't have a taste for it. Doesn't mean that they don't like it.
Okay.
I mean, what does a taste? What does a taste for taco feel like?
You want some tacos?
Why?
You have a taste for tacos.
What are you having? What do you actually have a taste for? The meat, the crunch,
The whole experience.
the experience. It's a sandwich.
Is it because it's a hand food?
I like hand food.
Just not.
I mean, I'm not so much of a bread eater anymore, but I love a good burger.
A burger. Okay. All right.
You know, if I haven't I'll have a taste for a burger.
A burger.
But I usually won't do it because I'm not eating bread so much.
Because you're not eating bread. Okay.
But it's Thai, Italian food. Like I actually was thinking about. Funny you say this. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yes.
We're making up the menu.
Sure.
Going over my sister's, and I told my sister that I was going to make some ribs, but I think I think she might end up making the ribs, and I think what I might do, because my daughter's coming in town, and me and her, I was wondering, going to talk to her, we might make a lasagna. I got a taste for. I have a taste for
lasagna.
Good
okay.
lasagna.
A good lasagna. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that's what I have taste for.
All right. You hate Mondays. You love lasagna.
Where do Mondays come? Who said I hate Mondays?
It's a Garfield reference.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've read Garfield.
I don't think anyone ever actually reads Garfield. You just kind of know that.
We read Garfield. We're old enough to have read Garfield.
Right.
He started in the newspaper.
Yeah.
It wasn't always animation.
It's actually more of a Heathcliff man.
Really?
Yeah, because Heathcliff had a little attitude. Heathcliff put them paws on you.
That's true.
Garfield was just sort of lazy and...
Garfield was pretty
Well,
much...
he hated Mondays.
There's like 5 jokes.
And he loved lasagna.
Rewritten all the time. Yeah, that's fair.
Heathcliff was more of an agent of chaos.
He was. And I did like the Heathcliff TV show, the cartoon show.
Yeah, so,
I used to watch that on the mornings.
Yeah, real stream of consciousness right there. $5. For $5, you could support us on Patreon. Folks.
You can support us on Patreon. Go to Patreon at Micheaux Mission for $5. You can help support the show for a lot of the initiatives that we have coming up in 2026. We had a cool meeting about one today.
We did.
And by becoming a patron of the Micheaux Mission, you gain access to exclusive content. Going up later this week, Vincent and I will be doing our review of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein on the Binge Lounge. We will also, in Serial Killers, be revealing our secret origins of being comic book lovers.
Yeah.
As well. And right now, on the Len's Secret Movie Podcast, Ariel Johnson and myself, we have a review of The Jungle Book from 1967 and from 2016 up there. So patreon.com at Micheaux Mission. $5. That's it. All right. But now the question.
The question, of course.
Would you recommend RYE Lane?
I would very much recommend RYE Lane. We were talking about double features last week. I really do feel like This and Medicine for Melancholy are siblings. Like, I really do think these are two films that go, like, you start with Medicine, and it's kind of, somber, serious, and then you roll right into this, and it'll leave a nice, sweet taste in your mouth.
You know what? That's a good call. That's a very good call. And it's actually a real nice double feature in that way, because not only do you have more meditative vibe of Medicine for Melancholy, but you also have that stripped back palette to then bounce to this, you said it, Crayola box that is RYE Lane. So that is a good double feature. And yes, I would wholeheartedly recommend that you see the greatest rom-com of all time.
Okay. High praise.
It is eclipsed Love Jones.
Oh.
And I don't see anyone else getting there, at least in my estimation.
Sure.
It's just a beautiful, witty lovely fairy tale of a film that I really think that you will enjoy. So I definitely recommend RYE Lane.
All right, RYE Lane.
All right, for the win. Mm-hmm. Okay, before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week here on the Micheaux Mission, I invite you all to follow the Micheaux Mission on our website, MicheauxMission.com. 2 Men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made, where you can find out all of the things that we have going on, all the special events, where you can find the podcast. You can find swag. All that stuff is right there on our website. Micheaux Mission is also available on the social media of your choice, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Threads. We're on Blue Sky. We're all over the place at Micheaux Mission, including YouTube, where you can subscribe, hit the bell, and be notified of when we go live and when all of our shorts go up. You can find the podcast wherever you find podcasts, Apple, Spotify, it doesn't matter. Just look for the Micheaux Mission, and we are right there. Subscribe so you'll never miss an episode of the Micheaux Mission, which is a proud member of the Believe Podcast Network. BLEAV. Believe. Every sport, every topic, everywhere. Go to Believe.com and check out the hundreds upon hundreds of podcasts on that network. The Micheaux Mission also proudly streams live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern from Young Chunk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. If you want to book yourself in one of the many studios that they have here available for your podcast or for your video needs, go to youngjunk.com and make it so. You'll be happy that you did. All right.
All right.
Vincent.
Yes, sir.
Next week here on this show, we are going to close out our month of togetherness with an indie of my selection.
Okay.
Another black and white indie.
Very nice.
From 2009, Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench.
Oh, very nice.
A jazzy musical romantic film.
La-di-da.
And hold the dough until next week here on the Micheaux Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
we'll see you when it's time to meet again.